Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello and welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman and I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening. I know it's been a rough few days for probably most of us, so I really appreciate you guys, taking a little time and being here tonight. We are streaming live right now on YouTube, Rumble, X, and Twitter. Please hit the like and the thumbs up button and please share the show. I really appreciate that. And if you're here, please say hello because I would love to chat with you. Hello, Richard. Welcome. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Hello, Joyce. Wonderful to see you. And I would like to invite you guys to check out my website. It's ruthsoltman.com. That's RUTH, S as in Sam, O-L, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com. Now you can go to my website and find out about my books. You can find out about all of my services, and you can find out about my oracle cards. And speaking of oracle cards, Goldylocks Productions has some amazing oracle cards. They are called Energize. And these cards are really beautiful. They have sacred geometry symbols on them and wonderful messages from all of the show hosts. So there is a link that you can order the cards if you would like for yourself, and they would be mailed directly to you. And also Goldylocks Productions has this fantastic group on Telegram. I know Tiffany will put up the link for that. Come and join us over there. So much wonderful information is shared. We communicate daily. It's just wonderful energy. If you haven't joined that, please do. Goldylocks Productions also has an online merchandise store where you can get some pretty awesome things. So go and check that out as well. And if you would like to leave a tip or donation, you can do that via my Venmo, a Rumble Rant on Rumble, or Super Chat or Super Sticker on YouTube. Okay. It's never good when little boxes pop up on your computer when you're live streaming. Let's see, what else do I have to tell you guys? If you do make a donation, thank you very much. And thank you, Richard. If you do it via Venmo during the show, then please put that in the chat box so I know, so I can give you a little longer message. Hello, Jans. How wonderful to see you. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Thank you to all of you who joined us this past Saturday for the Spiritual Message Circle. We had a great show. Now, the next Spiritual Message Circle is Saturday, May 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And please keep in mind, it is the only one for May. So you don't want to miss out. There's a lot of stuff going on in May with Mother's Day, Memorial Day. So we're only able to fit one in. So if you want to get in on that for May, then, make sure you put that on your calendar. And you can also send in your $20 donation for that. You can do that early so you can get your name on the list, before the show. I want to wish a very happy birthday to Sarah's son, Austin. Happy birthday, Austin. He turned 8 years old yesterday. And to everyone else who is celebrating a birthday this week. Let's also send out some love, light, and healing to all those who are in need. And let us remember Robin McGuire and her son, Carol Ann Carey's daughter, Carrie, G. Brian Benson, Veronica, Holly, Kim, Maureen, Brandon, Jamie, and to all those who are in need. Hello, Robert. Welcome. Okay. Now, today is the first day of May. And I just think it's so crazy because this year is just going by so fast. And this is the only day this year that my show lands on the first of the month. It's not like a big deal or anything, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. So happy May Day, welcome May. Now we really know that summer is just around the corner. And traditionally, Memorial Day in the States, which is the last, I believe it's the last Monday of this month, that weekend was always like the kickoff weekend into summer. I don't know, that's where I grew up in Michigan. That's how it always was, like how we celebrated it was the summer kickoff, and Labor Day was like the end of summer. So I don't know if that's how it is for everyone else, but that's how it always was for us. But I just think it is absolutely crazy. The kids are all going to be getting out of school soon. I counted this morning, and some of my grandkids around here, 23 days of school left. It blows my mind. Hello, Marcia. So wonderful to see you. Sarah, hello. Let Austin know. I just wished him a happy birthday, Sarah. So the big news this week is the energy. And I know it's been big news a lot this year so far, but intense is just not a strong enough word to describe what I've been experiencing. Now, the last couple of days, let me check right now and see where this is at, because I haven't checked since earlier today. Oh, okay. So it's not registering. So I'm wondering what's the last few days been like for you guys. Please share your experiences in the comments if you so desire. You don't have to. Now, the Schumann resonance was at 75 for days, and that's really high. Then it dropped to 17 yesterday evening. Monday, I know a lot of other people, experienced this as well. I had a lot of dizziness, pressure headache, intense heat throughout my body, but it didn't feel like a fever. It was just heat. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Extreme, and I mean extreme stomach issues. I had continual nausea. It did not stop. I had a lack of energy, fatigue, and a lot of itchy skin. It was a really rough day for me. And I went to bed before 8 p.m. because I was just exhausted. And I couldn't fall asleep until like midnight. But when I got up yesterday morning, I felt pretty amazing. I checked the Schumann and it was still 75, but I was feeling totally different. It was kind of like as if I shed or purged some stuff. I felt lighter, and then tons of ideas and information started coming to me like nonstop. It just kept flowing in over and over, and it's still coming. And it's been pretty amazing. So just know that when you're going through some of the uncomfortable stuff, something is being purged or lifted from you, and something amazing is going to occupy that space within you. So you're getting rid of the gunk and you're filling it up with something really good. And all this stuff is assisting us in cleaning out all that old stuff so that we can let all the good new stuff move in, all the more positive, higher vibrational stuff. I'm feeling very creative and very inspired. Some things are still some ideas and information is still being revealed because it's all still flowing a lot. But I feel like there's a lot of new things I'm going to be doing this year. Robert said a little dizzy at work last night. Yeah, the dizziness, I'm not a fan of that at all. That's something that I rarely experience in life, so it kind of really threw me off. Now, this extreme energy, which I know we talked about this in the beginning of the year and at the end of last year about what a powerfully energetic year 2024 is going to be. And it is. And this energy is going to continue to come in massive waves. The sooner you can figure out how your body can deal with it, the better it's going to be and the easier it's going to be. What I felt like was, as when I felt, all those symptoms, I felt like I was purging some stuff. And even though it was still 75 the next day, I felt like my body was resonating with the energy more. It wasn't so hard on my energy, hard on my body, because it had cleared away a lot of gunk and stuff. Sarah said she's had the dizziness and so much deja vu. Ooh, that's always fun, isn't it? It's all this stuff that's coming to me is opening me up to a lot of new ideas and things that like I had never really thought about doing before. So it's pretty exciting. And it doesn't even matter like if it all pans out the way I might want it to. Because the important thing is that I go where I am being led and that I listen. That's the important thing, because it's all about the journey, not the destination. Good night, Richard. I got you down. You'll be my first message tonight. Have a good night at work. It's never about the destination, about that ending point. It's always about the journey that takes you there. So right now, what are you being led to do? Where are you being nudged? What direction? Are you listening to that? Because it's important that you do. It's important for all of us. Now, if things have been a little rough in your work, I can't talk. If things have been a little bit rough in your world lately, they want you to know that we will survive. Not only will we survive, but we are going to thrive. Joy says deja vu for her too. I've had some of those experiences where I've had before. Well, I guess that's a deja vu experience too. So yeah, I've had that too. And you know it happened before, but it's just a weird feeling. It's a weird, unusual, hard to explain. And during all of this stuff that's going on with us. Hello, Marie. Welcome. Oh, you're welcome, Marcia. Sarah said she's felt nudged to stand up for herself more and honor herself. And that's being your authentic self. That is so amazing, because there's nothing better than our authenticity. Nothing. Don't wear a mask to blend in. Don't try to be like everybody else. Be yourself and stand out. Stand out. That is what you were meant to do. Stand out. Just like if you're standing on a stage with a whole group of people and that spotlight is on you and all the other people, it's dark, you can't see them. You need to stand out like that. We all need to. There's so much artificialness and so much fakery out there. And we recognize it now more than ever because we are coming from a different place within ourselves, a place of our authenticity. So be real, be you. Don't try to be a copy of someone else. And don't worry about getting another year older another year older. Be grateful that you are another year older, right? Embrace all of those things that age represents. Wisdom, wrinkles, graying, all of those things. I used to bleach and color my hair from the time I was probably like 15 years old. And I had it pretty much every color except black. And it can be fun to experiment with color and, makes you feel different and everything. But as I grew in my spirituality, I had this nudging to stop doing that and to be more authentic in every way that I could be. So I decided to grow out my natural color. Instead of fighting it, I decided to embrace it. And once I made the decision, I never looked back. I never regretted it. I never had a second thought once I made the decision. But of course, all those months leading up to making that decision, it was terrible. Going back and forth. What should I do? What should I do? But once I made a decision, it was like full steam ahead. It was easy. Um, and now I'm not saying in any way that if you color your hair or you bleach your hair, that you are not authentic. I am not saying that at all. We each have our own journey, and we have to do what resonates with us and what we feel we need to do. We all have that right to choose what is best for us and to choose what we want. And, it's not up to anyone else. It's about what resonates with us. I read that one already. Just like when I was younger, I used to get acrylic nails all the time. And I loved my nails, and I'd get the pretty polish and the French manicure. And I'd sit there gagging the whole time she's doing my nails just from the fumes and stuff. But, they looked good, so I was happy. And after a while, after years of doing that, it just didn't feel like me anymore. So I stopped doing that. And I remember this one time, like, people are just so programmed. This one time I went to the nail salon just to get a manicure, and my nails were a pretty good length. And the girl asked me if I wanted her to cut my nails and put fake tips on with acrylic. I was speechless. But I would much rather, show my wrinkles and my smile lines when I smile than for my face to not move. And, we see a lot of stuff in the social media and a lot of, like the celebrity life and all that. And our society is so youth obsessed. They are so obsessed with youth. And that's what our children and our grandchildren and our nieces and our nephews, they all see that. Now, we had that kind of programming when I was young. However, we didn't have the capabilities like we do now of reaching so many people because of social media. And all of these unrealistic expectations are being created for young people. And, they see this and they think that's how they have to be and what they have to live up to. And then when they can't because it's unrealistic, they feel inadequate. They get down on themselves. They feel like they're not good enough. And that creates another whole arena of issues for young people. So many photos that pop up on social media are photoshopped. And, some of these celebrities, they're unrecognizable, right? That to me is just not very authentic. I remember this one time I went to see this speaker, and she had several books out and different programs and stuff. And when she walked out so I had an idea what she looked like, right? And they even had like her picture up, where I went to hear her speak. And when she walked out onto the stage, I said to the person that was with me, "Who is that?" Because her pictures had been so doctored that I didn't even recognize her. She didn't look like the same person. It looked like it could have been her daughter maybe, and that's when that's when it hit me that stuff is a real problem. It's a real issue for people. Hello, Heather. Can't even talk. Enjoying her words. So, be mindful of how you present yourself. Be mindful of what authenticity means to you, because it's not going to mean the same, to you as it does to me. I have several friends who Photoshop their pictures so much that every picture they might look a year younger. And and then it's really funny because if you see a picture that they're tagged in that someone else took that isn't Photoshopped, it looked like they aged 30 years, which it just seems weird. I don't know. I've always just felt, and even when I was younger, that the only person I can be is me. And I wasn't so, I mean, I looked at all the beauty magazines when I was young, and I thought, oh, I would love to have my hair like this, or I would love to look like her, but not to the point where I tried to change who I was to look like who someone else was. Um, so just be mindful of that. Be mindful of what your authenticity means to you and how you can be authentic. Don't be afraid to be yourself. So many times we are. And I had mentioned before that a lot of like old memories have been coming up for me. Not negative things, but just remembering things that I had forgotten about. And I was thinking back to, I think it was a song that came on or something. And I was like, man, that was popular like when I was in high school, but I never listened to that stuff. Then I was thinking of the kind of music I listened to, which was not popular with kids my age, but I didn't care. I listened to what I like. I'm not going to waste my time, listening to something else just because that's the in thing to do. I was never the in one, you know. I always just kind of, I guess, how can I put it? I just kind of, I can't even think of the phrase I'm thinking of. So I guess in a way, even back then I was trying to be who I was. And I really didn't even care that, I wasn't with the in crowd. I wasn't this or I wasn't that because I was being me. I'm not going to change who I am, so somebody else likes me. Because then what's going to happen is I'm not going to like me, right? I mean, don't be afraid to be yourself. There's no one like you. And that is your superpower. Don't hide it. Embrace it. Embrace everything that you are. Celebrate it. Learn to love and accept all that is you. Marie said, hello, Robin. My second cousin died at the age of 12. I made the decision then that I would welcome everything that comes with aging since he was denied getting old. Bless you, Gabriel. Well, that, and at the, okay, your second cousin was 12. I'm curious, how old were you, Marie? Were you young too? Because that's like a very mature decision, and very, very spiritual and open-minded. I think that's amazing. I know, so many people are not granted that gift of growing older. So if you're blessed enough to do that, you should celebrate it. That's another thing. Okay, so think about, and this is going to blow your mind if you haven't done this, but every once in a while, like I'll think of a show that was my favorite when I was a kid, or a band that I loved, and I'll Google them. And I swear, every single one of them, they're like in their 70s and 80s. It's like, that sounds crazy. Because I'm thinking, they're probably like in their 60s. No, they were probably like in their 30s back when I was a teenager. But it's just so funny to think of them at that age. And then a lot of times when you Google them, they're already gone. But and they when they left this earth, they were, like in their 70s. It just kind of really puts things into perspective for you. Okay, let's see, Robin. So, and it's just insane how fast the time goes. You're in your late 20s, early 30s. That is still pretty mind-blowing. I think that's so awesome. So awesome. And, it's all about how we choose to look at a situation, right? Always, always. Every single day from the day we're born, we're getting older. We're as young as we're ever going to be right now. Wait. Yeah, I forget how that saying goes. As young as I'm ever going to be right now. I forget the other part of it. See, this is why I don't tell jokes. I can never remember the punchline of a joke. And that's the absolute truth. I've tried to remember jokes people have told me that were absolutely hilarious, and then when I get to the punchline, I don't remember it. Just like movies, when I watch a movie, except for Titanic because that one is obvious, I never remember the end of a movie. So whenever I watch a movie for the second time, it's not really that boring because I don't remember how it's going to end. And I kind of feel like in a way that's a gift. But it's kind of funny too because even movies that I've seen several times, it's always been that way for me. I never remember the end. Oh. So we have a lot of work to do. We have to continue our healing of old issues so we can clear that out. And I think a lot of times with this energy, that if we get some of that stuff out of the way, it's going to make it easier on our physical bodies. It's going to make it easier on our physical bodies. And make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water, especially now since the weather's heating up. It's May. It's going to keep getting warmer. We'll have a hot summer, I'm sure. Make sure you're staying hydrated. And if you're not using the Celtic sea salt, please do. It has made such a huge difference for me. You just take a little bit and you can put it on your tongue or under your tongue. Let it sit in your mouth for a minute or so, 30 seconds, whatever, and then start drinking some of your water. And it takes the water into the cells of your body. So you get hydrated faster. You stay hydrated longer. At least that's my experience. So it works really well for me. I know other people it does too. And I'm so, still grateful every time I use it or take it. Then I think about, wow, I'm really grateful I know about this because I didn't know about this a couple of years ago. And in the summertime, it was really rough because I would drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink water, but I never felt hydrated. So since I've been using the Celtic sea salt, I stay hydrated. And it's amazing. And when you stay hydrated and that water's going where it's supposed to go, it doesn't all run out of you in 15 minutes. Just so you know, because I know a lot of people think I can't drink that much water because I'll be running to the bathroom constantly. But when you use the Celtic sea salt, it's not like that. Your body absorbs and uses that water. Marie said, one thing is sure, there will never be a Titanic 2. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? So remember during this time of the massive energy to take better care of yourselves. Make sure you're practicing self-care. I have been going to bed earlier, trying to get more sleep, although I don't always fall asleep right away. When I do fall asleep sooner, a lot of times I'll wake up, I'll sleep for like 10 minutes and wake up, and then I can't go back to sleep. Or I'll wake up several times during the night. Like I woke up at 1:24 the other night and thought it was morning. And when that happens, I feel like it kind of throws me off a little bit. But the issue that I have isn't so much getting the sleep, but getting restful sleep. So I'm going to try meditating more before I go to bed and see if that doesn't help. But I've been resting more because I've been tired more. I think my dog is fighting with her inner demons. That's what it sounds like. She's wrestling with somebody or something. And that's one thing I've been doing. I've been making sure to get my quiet alone time, even if it's just for a half an hour. I've been making sure of that. And I've been spending a lot of time outside, but I normally do because I love to be outdoors, even if it's just sitting out there with my granddaughter while she's blowing bubbles, or when I take the dog outside. I enjoy being outside much more than being inside, unless it's 95 or 100 degrees. But it's not that hot yet, and I know that when it does get that hot, it'll be different. but I'm enjoying it now while I can. In the mornings when I go out and have my coffee, the birds are singing. This morning there was a ton of birds, and it just sounds so lovely, when you're sitting there and it's like they're just greeting you and singing for you. And it's relatively quiet in the morning, especially if I tend to get up a little earlier. I kind of enjoy that because I like the quietness before everybody starts going to work and all the cars are going down the road. That is very peaceful, and I get a lot from that. And then if I wait a little while, the sun will start coming through the trees a little bit in the morning as it's coming up, and that feels amazing. That feels absolutely amazing. So spend as much time in nature as you can. And I'm always go outside barefoot, always. I love to walk on the ground barefoot. I like to feel the energy, the trees, the wind. I love it all. Now, I like it when it rains, but not when we have like massive storms or anything like that. But the rain, I like the smell when it rains. I like the feeling. I like the sounds of the rain. I like the sounds of the thunderstorms too. But I just, I stay inside when it's doing that. Hello, Kavita. Nice to see you. So, I forgot what I was going to say. And now that the weather's getting nicer, a lot of people who live in colder climates are going to be able to start spending more time outside. And that's always exciting, I think. I have some family members that are going camping this weekend. I'm sure that'll be a blast. That'll be a lot of good time spent out in nature. And I get a kick out of my granddaughter, Judy. She's 3 years old, and she loves to blow bubbles outside. But when we go outside, she's always asking me if she can hug the tree. That's her favorite thing to do. When she sees a squirrel, this kid gets like enormously excited. And we have a lizard that comes on the porch all the time, like a little green one. It looks like a little gecko to me, but it looks like the Geico gecko. It's that color of green and everything. And we see it usually around the same time of day on the porch. So I try to make sure she's out there because she gets the biggest kick out of this thing. And we hadn't seen it for a long time. And this morning we went outside and it was there. And I said, Judy, look, there's the lizard. And she goes and she's looking at it. She goes, oh, she gets so excited. She goes, it's looking at me. I said, well, probably missed you because you haven't seen it for a while. But that's like her favorite thing. So I really love that she likes nature. She loves listening to the birds. We've been seeing a few different birds lately. She gets really excited when they're on the grass. She asks me what they're doing. If she finds an acorn, she wants to make sure she puts it out there for the squirrels. She seems to be very connected to nature, and I love it. Maggie. And I think that is so awesome, especially at her age. But I have to say, yes, I do encourage that. I've always tried to get all my grandkids into the tree hugging, and they tell me they can feel the energy, and I think that's awesome. I mean, I don't know if they do or not. I'm sure they probably do. Maybe they don't know exactly what it is or, what to call it, but they all seem to enjoy it very much. Jan, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. I don't very often check my phone during the show, but I just did. So thank you very much. I've got your name down. You will be number 2. You don't have to make a donation. Donations are greatly appreciated. And if you do make a donation, then I'm going to give you a message first and give you a little bit longer message just to show my gratitude and appreciation. Let's see, what other news do I have? I have a feeling that next week when we meet, I will have lots of new stuff to talk about. A lot of new stuff that's going to be going on this weekend. Fingers crossed. That's my plan anyways. That's what I've been hearing and being guided to and nudged to. So I feel like it's going to happen. And when we were talking about the energy, about how the Schumann resonance was so high, and I was talking with Tiffany about this right before the show, and how we both felt very ill on Monday, and then yesterday was better. Well, today I started feeling pretty crappy again. And I've been checking the Schumann all day and it hasn't changed. Well, Tiffany told me we're in like a blackout right now, because my thought was, and she had the same thought, is because we're both feeling it, that it's going to shoot up again. So just be prepared if it does. And try to soak in that energy. Try to soak it all in. And I think sometimes what happens, and I'm not saying that everybody does this, but I think sometimes we feel that surge of energy and we don't know what it is. And we kind of like put up not a wall, but we kind of put up a little resistance. I've gotten up several mornings and then sitting there having my coffee, and my stomach is just like in knots, and I have this really nervous feeling. And I'll think, what the heck is this? This is not me. I feel fine. There's nothing going on in my head that's got me worried or nervous or anxious. And then a while later, I'll talk to someone who's like, I've been really concerned about this. My stomach's been in knots today. And I guess I was picking up on that energy, even though I didn't realize it. So sometimes the energy that you feel is not necessarily your own. So you have to be able to know yourself well enough to be able to know the difference. That makes sense. So I hope everyone is, taking good care of yourself. Self-care is so important, even though it's not something we were really taught. It's something we're learning like now. And I try to teach it to, I try to show it to my kids and my grandkids so that they don't get themselves to a place where everyone else comes first and they neglect themselves, because we have to fill ourselves up before we can give to other people. So it's very important to fine-tune all of that within yourself. Make sure that you're giving yourself the love that you need. You are giving yourself the forgiveness that you need. You're giving yourself the kindness and compassion that you need. And, we can't expect to get something from someone else that we're not willing to give to ourselves. I think my little dog has lost it today. I guess it's all the energy. It's finally gotten to her. What I'd like to do is give some messages. If you would like a message, please let me know in the comments. And Richard, I'm going to give you your message first, and then Jan, and then whoever else would like a message. Uh-oh. Dropping the cards. You know what that means? I'm not supposed to use those. Okay. So let's see what we have for Richard. Ooh, I like that card. Richard Riddle. Hey, Richard, the first card I got for you is the full moon card. And this is about completion. So it could be completion of a project. It could be completion of some ideas that you have coming together. It could be the completion of anything, really. So I feel like things are starting to come together for you, and you're going to see things being completed, being finished. So don't get frustrated, because sometimes things take a little time, but I feel like things are really coming together for you. The other card I got for you is say yes. Now is the time to be open and receive. And I feel a little bit like I might have gotten this card for you the last time. I'm not positive. But be open. Keep yourself open. Open and ready. Because you know, sometimes things come very quickly, especially when you are flowing along on your path. You know, things can happen very quickly because you're exactly where things are lined up exactly the way they need to be. And you don't have any blockages in there. You're not throwing anything in the way to keep you from that path. So things will flow really quickly. But just make sure you keep yourself open to receiving. That's very important because you can give, and give. But if you're not open to receiving, all of those good things are not going to come to you that you desire. And you have a wonderful spirit of gratitude. That's the number 43. And it's very important, Richard, to always be very grateful for everything. All of the good that comes to you, be very grateful for. When you create that attitude of gratitude and you put out that energy of gratitude, the universe matches it and brings you so much more to be grateful for, because that's the frequency that you're vibrating in, gratitude. So that's what you're going to attract. See, that manifesting, that law of attraction, it's simple. It's very simple to know, what you need to do. Sometimes we just get in our own way and we don't let ourselves do that. Okay, Jan. Let's see what we got for Jan. Richard, I gotta cross you guys off before, otherwise I'll forget. Okay, Jan. Wow. This is pretty interesting. The first card I got for you, Jan, is a rainbow card, and it's all about blessings. Now look at the picture and look at the colors in the picture. They're so pretty. Because the other card I got for you has like the same colors. Now it's not quite a rainbow, but it's pretty cool. So the first card about blessings. I feel like there are so many blessings flowing to you. And I feel like you are very grateful for everything that comes your way. And it's really good for you to continue to be that way. The other card I got for you is the number 5, and it says, be true to who you are. Maggie. Hello, Carol Ann. And it says, fear will not stop you from shining. And we've just been talking about being true to who you are. You know who you are. You know what resonates with you. You know all those things that you like and that you don't like. And you have to be true to yourself. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Don't worry about anyone else's opinion of you. You worry about how you see yourself. You just concern yourself with that. Don't be hesitant or afraid to step out a little bit out of your comfort zone, because that's where all the fun stuff is. All the rewards are there. All the miracles are there. And keep your ears wide open, because I feel like a lot of messages are coming to you. A lot of messages. So just be really mindful of the things that you're hearing, because it might come to you in the song lyrics or in the words in a movie. It could be a TV commercial. It could be someone standing in front of you at a coffee shop. You could overhear their conversation, but it could be something that is meant specifically for you. And you're going to know, because it's going to resonate with you. You're going to be able to feel it all throughout your being. You will know. So step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Meet some new people. And if you're getting a little bored, there's lots and lots of hobbies out there, lots of different things you can do. And now that summer's coming, the weather's going to be beautiful for you. Let's see. Okay, so I hope that resonates with you, Jan. Go back up here and see. Okay, Joyce. Let's see what we have for Joyce. Joyce. Joyce, you got the music card, and this is all about harmony, about things being in balance. I feel like music, I don't know if it does, but I feel like it can and it should play a pretty large role in your life. Whether it's listening to background music for relaxation, whether it's music for meditating. I feel like you need to add a little bit more music into your day. It's fun to put music on when you're cleaning house. Then you have to kind of get the energetic music so that it keeps you moving. Cleaning, though, that is how it is for me. I can't put on relaxation music when I'm cleaning, that's for sure. But I wouldn't put on like rock and roll when I'm trying to go to sleep either. But music can be very therapeutic for all of us. So tap into that a little bit more. And I'm wondering, Joyce, if you have, I don't know if you have or not, but maybe you would be interested in learning a musical instrument. I know you're thinking, oh, that sounds crazy, Ruth. I'm not going to start something like that, this late in the game. I think it would be fun. It would be very fun. And it's always fun to learn something new. It's always fun to, turn on a different part of our brain. So, and it's good for us to challenge ourselves. So I hope that resonates with you, Joyce. But definitely more music into your day. Robert. Ooh, something new's coming. Dawn. This is all about new beginnings, Robert. And I feel like a lot of new things are coming your way as far as your personal life, new relationships. I feel like you're going to be seeing new things. So I don't know if that means maybe traveling a little bit or moving. I don't know. But I feel like you're going to have some new scenes to see, if that makes sense to you. So, keep an open mind. And new beginnings are always fun. But don't forget, a lot of times when we have a new beginning, something ends first. So remember that, when things are coming to a close, that there's something new just waiting. A lot of times we have to get the old stuff out of the way before the new stuff can come in. So I hope that resonates with you, Robert. And Marie. Let's see what we got for you. It says rain, purification. Look at that pretty picture. And what I feel for you is I feel like you are doing some cleansing and some, either you're doing it or you're going to be starting to do it or you need to do it. Some purification, some cleansing, some purging of some old stuff. And just like, we have a huge rain and the rain's coming down and coming down, after the rain and the sun comes out and you can smell that freshness in the air. That's what it's like when we purge our old issues. That's what it's like when we work through these things and we get rid of them. It's everything's refreshed. Everything is anew. And then we can move on. Then we can move on. So whatever things you need to let go of and purify and purge, do it. This is the time, Marie. This is the time. So I hope that resonates with you, Marie. And Robin. Jan, you crack me up. Robin. Ooh, island, Robin. Solitude. I feel like you need more solitude, some more time alone, some time with yourself to formulate your thoughts, to not be influenced by anyone else's thoughts or ideas. Only your own. Only your own. And I feel like it's really important for you to spend some quiet time like that. I feel like sometimes, life can get a little busy and chaotic, but you really need that quiet solitude on a daily basis. Whether you just go sit in the bathroom and close out the world, or, you take a walk in nature, you just sit in your yard, whatever it is, give yourself more of that. It's helping you to achieve such a peaceful balance in your life. So keep on doing that, Robin. Let's see. Oh, you got back. All right. Okay. Oh, you're kidding, Jan. You're very welcome. You're moving from Idaho to Oregon. Wow, that's a big change. Yep, Maggie is giving messages too. Now, no, Maggie will not let me pick her up during my show. If I could just sit her on my lap and pet her, she doesn't carry on. But when I try to get to her, she runs from me. She's like a weird little dog sometimes. Joyce said, music definitely works for me. Spot on. I was reading about the health benefits of music last night. Oh, I love that. I love you too, Joyce. Thank you. Devin, hello, sir. How are you? Wow. Oh, Marie, I love that. I wrote 5 pages of letting go last night and burned them. That is so powerful. Wow, that is so powerful. You're welcome, Robert. I forgot where I was at now. Okay, let's see, Marcia. Oh, did I cross her off? I did, okay. Marcia, crystals. You got the crystal card. And this is all about focus. Focus. I love this picture too. These are really pretty cards. And what I feel for you is, one, I feel like crystals will help you to focus, but I feel like you don't really have a problem focusing on your intentions. And you don't have a problem making your intentions crystal clear. So keep putting out those intentions. Now, I don't know if you have crystals and stuff around you or with you, or if that's something that that you are into, but they do all have an energetic vibration. So if you can find some that really resonate with you, it just gives you that much more oomph in your manifesting. So I hope that resonates with you, Marcia. Oh. Yeah, Carolyn. They can be little weirdos. You're very welcome, Marie. Robin said, holy moly, spot on. I have been dreaming of an island getaway. Been looking at tropical islands. Been doing all of it. Validation. Thank you so much. You're welcome. It's funny because I just saw when I was on, I don't know, social media at some point today, I saw an island that was for sale. And I thought, yeah, that would be fun. Marcia says, yes, I do. Thank you. Yes, it does. Awesome. You're welcome, Robin. Okay. Sarah. I got to hurry up now. I'm running out of time. Sarah. Dream time. Yours is all about creation. What are you creating next, Sarah? Oh, Marcia said she's still trying to do her letter to her inner child. I know it might take some time because it's not easy. It's not, but it's worth it. So good for you, Marcia. So, Sarah, I feel like you're in the process where you're going to be of creating some new stuff. I don't know if that's going to be new products for your business, or if it's going to be something completely different. But I'm really excited to see what it is. I feel like your creativity is in overdrive right now, or it's going to be speeding up a whole lot. And that's really exciting because it's exciting when we get in that frame of mind and that state of mind when we're able to just boom, 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 do all this stuff. And then it comes easy. When we try to fight it and try to make it happen, it doesn't work. It does not work. But when all the thoughts and ideas start coming to us, you kind of got to take advantage of that when it happens so that, you can kind of just go with that energy because then it flows so easy. Okay, Kavita. Oh, this one fell out for you, Kavita. It's the lake card. It's all about stillness. Stillness, which I feel like you need some of that meditation, being in that solid, what is the quietude? That's the word I'm looking for. Being in that still place, because when you are, that's when you can hear everything. You can hear all the messages that are coming to you. You can, because all those messages, all the questions that you have, the answers are right there inside of you. But sometimes we can't hear them because we're too loud, we're too noisy, or we're whatever, or we're not paying attention. But when you sit in that quiet space and meditate for a little bit, and you can quiet your mind and still your mind, and all those little, squirrels aren't running around, then you can hear what's actually trying to come in. So some more quiet time for you so that you can, keep that peaceful balance. Heather. Ooh, that one just fell over for you too, Heather. You also got solitude. Solitude, Heather. You need some more quiet time to yourself. I know you're a busy mom. You have some fur babies. You have a very hectic life. However, you need that time for yourself. That's how you're going to be able to re-energize, replenish what you give out all the time. So you really, really need that. Sarah said, I was just talking to Austin about us making a wishing well for the yard to put flowers in. Thank you so much. I also have lots of new product ideas. Yay, that's awesome. Carol Ann, forest. That's a pretty forest. And it says breath. So I feel like sometimes you get a little bit stressed. I could be wrong, but I feel like you do. Just take a few deep breaths. Just spend some more time in nature, breathing in that fresh Florida air. I'm sure it's very exhilarating. But just when you get a little bit stressed, and this really works, you can take a few deep breaths, hold it in for a few seconds, then let it out. And another thing, if you get all that tension in here, is to bring your shoulders up like that and then let it relax. Ooh. Let it relax. And you can feel a lot of times the tension and stress leave your body. And Devin. I got Devin. Okay, what do we have for Devin? You got the wolf card, Devin. And this is about instinct, natural gut feeling, intuition, all the same thing. So make sure you are listening to yours and following yours. Mitzi, not Mitzi. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I will pull a card for you real quick. And it is wind. It's about activation. Something new is coming to you. Something new is stirring within you. And some new ideas, some new gifts are going to be activated within you. So pay attention to the information you're receiving, because I feel like it's going to hit you really fast and hard. And if you don't notice, it's going to pass you by. So just really pay attention to all the things going on around you, and, be observant. Be observant in your own life, not just of other people, but be observant of the things that are going on with you. So I hope that resonates with you. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to see you back next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful week, and manage this energy as best as you can, and drink lots of water. Everybody, oh, you're very welcome. Have a great, great week. I love you all. Good night, everybody.